So yesterday we gave one more contest, and actually our rating increased. Uh, by the way, today we will be once again solving 980 problems, and on a CP31 sheet, we are getting to the end of the 900 problems. Like I have done around 23 out of the 31 980 problems. So pretty soon we will be moving on to the 1000 digit problems. I'm quite excited for that. And yesterday there was a contest, and uh, fuck open, and I gained 135 rating points, and it was so hilarious because I wasn't even able to solve one particular problem, but still I got a rating boost, which helped up my morale. Quite happy about it. I'm really really happy about it. So let's start. Let's just spin this, and yeah, let's start today's coding session. Coding. So apparently my VS Code is also glitching. Yeah. So by the way, the timer is still on, and we are keeping up with our tradition. I actually wanted to show my timer at the end of every day, like just make a quick post about it. But first of all, disabling YouTube, going on my phone, clicking a photo, disabling YouTube, posting it, and then disabling it back. It becomes so much, like a lot. There's so much friction in that, because whenever I go onto YouTube, I end up wasting 5 to 10 minutes in best case scenarios and 20 to 30 minutes in worst case scenarios. So I'm always hesitant. It's glitching. No fucking reason. Uh, You're given an integer and check if n is uh, you're given an integer and check if n is odd divisor greater than 1. Does there exist such a number x greater than 1 that n is divisible by x and x is odd? Since it's 10 to the 14, obviously we can't just iterate from 1 to n and say because I'm very sure that there will be some characters, some integers which but basically if x is odd, if n is odd, then it will always have a odd divisor because it itself will divide it. So that's great. Then we have to only check for the even ones, right? Yeah. And The fuck is happening with me? Why are they taking so long to compile? It's not even a while loop. How can that? So it apparently has to be, but it's two, right? It's two. Yeah, two divided. Obviously, bro, I'm human. Like that's why there are so much errors in my code. But I think this will submit. Hopefully, this has to go right. Yeah. So we solved the first question of our day, and now I'm gonna explain my approach. And yeah, we will learn. Hopefully, we'll learn some good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right. Uh, So in this question, we were asked that if there is an integer n, and then we have to check if there is a number which is greater than one, and it divides x, it divides n, and it's an odd number. Basically, a odd number which divides n. If there is, then we have to print yes. If no, then we have to print no. That's the question. And obviously, the x should be greater than one because first of all, one is an odd number, and one divides everything, every number. So the point of the question would be destroyed if one could have been the answer, right? So so my approach was that first of all, if n is two, I think I don't even need this. Yeah, to be honest, I don't need it. But this was a check. If n is two, then the answer will be no, right? Obviously, the answer will be no. I can even remove it. Uh, just show you. Like there was a tool. Yeah, there was a tool. So just let me show you. So yeah. So basically, if n is odd, then that means at in the worst case, there will be two numbers which will divide it, right? One and the number itself. And we need a number which is greater than one, which divides the number and is odd. If the n is odd and the number itself divides the n, then the answer will be yes, obviously, right? Because n is an odd number and every number divides itself. So, first of all, if it's odd, then yes, the answer will be true. If if the number is odd, then we will keep dividing it by two. Uh-huh. आपको पता है? So what I was saying that if n is an odd number, then we will keep checking it. But first of all, we will divide it by two, and then we will again recheck it. That if the remainder, if the number is now an odd or not, and if it's not, and then we will again divide it by two, again divide it by, and we will keep doing this until it's greater than one. Why one? Because every number once it reaches one, it will be modulus two won't equal to be zero, and it will be a yes. So we always need to check until the number is greater than one. And the solution came to me when I thought about 12. Because if we divide 12 just once by 2, the answer is 6. But we also know that 3 into 4 is 12. So it should be a yes, right? So we had to check again and again until it gets to 12 to 6 to 3, right? And 3 is an odd, so obviously, since it has come down to 3, 3 also divides 12, right? So that's the solution basically. Let's also read the tutorial and then we will move on. If the number is x has an odd divisor, then it has an odd prime. If the number x has an odd divisor, then it has an odd prime divisor. To understand this fact, we can consider what happens when multiplying even. Basically, this is what I thought myself. I was checking that if even cross odd is even, odd cross even is also even, odd cross odd is odd, even cross even. So I was basically checking this condition. This that since even cross odd is even, I can just divide this even with this even, and the answer, if it comes to be odd, then yeah, it has an odd divisor, or in the other case, it doesn't have. So that's what I was checking for. But I forgot that if the first time dividing it, it didn't have an odd, that doesn't mean that further dividing it, like there, that doesn't mean that the it won't also have an odd if we keep further dividing it, right? He's overcomplicating the solution. Like, yeah, I know if this is true, then the number is if x and x minus 1 is equal to 0, then that means that x is a power of 2. We don't need to do all this. If n is a power of 2, how does this solution work? So basically, if if n modulus n minus 1 is equals to 0, then that means that the number is so if x is a power of 2. If x is a power, by this solution, we understand that if x is a power of 2, then the answer will be no. In every other case, the answer will be yes. And that's kind of true. Like, yeah, because if 8 for 8b, there is no possible case that there should be an even number, right? There can be an even number. Uh, but what about 36? 36. But 36 isn't a power of 2, so basically, it's saying for all the powers of two, only the powers of two can't be the answer, except them. Every number can be the answer, both positive, both even and odd. Like for example, to, 12. 12 is not a power of two, so we can find a divisor. We can find a number which is divided by an odd number which is divided by not just by two, like it's three. So that's what they are trying to say, right? Three. Yeah, that was also a good approach. And it's such a simple solution. Like my code is like too lethargic. I actually like a solution. Yeah, this is such a clean solution. So yeah, even this solution is great. This is something which I wasn't able to come up with, but this is a pretty good solution that if n and n minus one is not equal to zero, then that means that it is not a power of two. And if something is not a power of two, then that means that two won't be able to like its multiplication combination won't just have twos in it, and it will have something else. From something else, it will either have three or six, like something, not just powers of two. Because if they have just powers of two, like four or eight, then like it will then disassemble into two and two again. Because if there is four into eight, then that simply means that it's two into two into two into two into two. So it will disintegrate. And at the simplest form, if there are not threes or fours and it's just purely twos, then that means that in that particular case, uh, it's it has no divisors except that every element has a divisor. Neat, neat. What does X have? Like a child, you divide it every time. Now we can childishness. So we figured out how to get the maximum number, and now all we have to do is figure out how to get the minimum possible beauty. First, you have to print the minimal, and then you have to print the maximal. Okay. Which are the answer? Yeah, fuck you. How can the answer be? Oh, there should be an end of line. Um, By the way, did you know that backslash n is actually faster than end of line? I hope this works. This see, like my line of codes, my code is so much bigger, and when I will see the approach, it will be like this much. The real solution, the real intended solution will be like this much. Like my code is almost double that, not double 1.75x that. So it kind of makes me look like I'm dumb, but whatever. Let's first see that at least we are able to solve the problem or not. At the very least, if we are not writing the optimal code, at least we are able to solve the problem. It would be even more sad if there came a wrong answer on one or two. In most cases, if there is a wrong answer in on case number two, then most probably either you have done a silly edge case mistake or your entire algorithm is wrong. Like that's what I've noticed in the 60 questions which I've solved. And if it has run on test case more than two, then probably your answer will be correct, or there will be a TLE, or some of the last cases will fail, like some index getting out of bound type shit will happen. I just would like to see like, I want to know why my solution is wrong. Like instead of seeing the hints, I rather would like to know that why my solution is wrong. Uh, let's ask ChatGPT why my solution is wrong. Unleashed.
My keyboard is just getting decimated with pen ink. It's honestly so annoying to see my dear keyboard.
My dear laptop's keyboard getting decimated. So obviously, it will time out. I just understood why it will get timed out. Just wait a minute. Let me clean my laptop's keyboard a bit. I just hate these dirty pen signs on my dear laptop. And my one and only true companion. It's not getting clean. There's nothing I can do about it, I guess. Holy fuck. I'm never writing on that page again. Yeah, it's just fucking up my laptop. Let's see if it ran or not. What the fuck? What is this? So it's still not running. I have to think and dig deep for this question, I guess. Right? I'm just trying to do a one particular thing, and after that, we will find people. Like, why can't you just fucking stick back? Yeah, still a bit. That's it. That's it. Why is it not running? Mostly I have not streamed for so long. I kind of got interested. I can't sit for more than 1.5. Uh, Why is this not working? Why is this not working? Why is this not working? While I is less than zero. Oh no, that should be temporary. Yeah, zero plus x minus one, and then for the next batch, temporary we get zero. So this should be the answer. For 6628. Why the minimum value went down to 2? Let's check. Let's check. I paused this page for so 66411. So it's coming for wrong. It's coming wrong for this particular case. The maximum is right, but the minimum is wrong. So we will have to check the minimum. We have taken JI temp and minimum. JI temp minimum 0, 1, 2. J is 0, N is 3. J less than, right? Temp is 0. I is J. I is J. Okay. So जब तक till v of I is modulus x is equal to 0, temp is equals to v of I. So it's equal to 0. X is 3 because 6. So temp plus v of I. So temp is now 6 and I plus 1. So I is now 1. Right? Now, now v of mod I not equal to 2. V of I mod x is not equal modulus x is not equal to 0, so we'll get out Mn is temp plus x minus 1, which is 6 plus 8, 6 plus 2, 8 by 3, which is 2. And minimum is 2 right now. And then j becomes I plus 1. Uh, j becomes I plus 1. J should become I. J should become the new I. And the new I should become the new J. What the fuck is this? Something kind of this should be the solution. Something like this. I'm just not able to get the final term. Like, uh, should I do J plus plus? A is J, J is 0, I is 0, temp is 0. No, the first temp is 6. And while I is less than n minus 1, and basically I can get go up till 1 only. Okay, okay. J minimum, like it won't work, so minimum is 10 plus x 2, then I goes to, so J becomes I, but I hasn't moved, so J should be plus plus, ideally. I can't I write just a equal week. I do have to complicate things out. Why is the answer going to 7? Like, it's recounting one case like twice. That's the issue. Do I even need the two arrays? This will work. Fuck you. Why is there a sick term? What I'm doing is entirely wrong. Like even if this works, this isn't the intended solution at all. I don't believe that this is the intended solution. There is never a penalty for merging while minimizing. Oh fuck. So to get the minimum, I just have to add all numbers up. Now it should work.
One 4 7 1 8.
Yeah, it will get accepted.
In about 4 days, my 30-day anniversary will be. Uh, there will be a 30-day anniversary in my Codeforces journey. Less than 3,000 legendary master. 3,000, greater than 3,000 legendary master. Okay, so Jiangli is basically a legendary master. LGM. The profile pic by of people like us, weird people. Like how many contests he has even like how many contests? Why can't I see how many contests he has given? It's just too interesting. Like why there are so many unrated contests? So basically, uh, around uh, 2,600, 3,000. There international. Like to be a grandmaster, we need to be 2,400 to 2,600, and to be 26 to 2,400, 2,100 to 22. Candidate master 1,900 to 2,100. Expert 1,600 to 1,900. Specialist 1,400 to 5,900.
At least I need to get to 1,200 by the end of August. Uh, at least that much I can do. This is only contest map rating on code forces. Why is he given so many unrated contests? Like why? Those data are unrated participations for someone like Jeffrey. There are several communities. He is the problem master, problem setter, or tester. If you have written or tested the problems, you already know the solution. It would be unfair to receive a rating change. Code forces automatically makes your participation unrated. He chooses to participate unofficially. Sometimes top coders just want to solve the problem for fun or practice. They can register as out of competition or otherwise participate without affecting their rating.
Ah, I thought
I thought he did that for like if in a contest he wasn't able to solve the problem. Nah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. It's the receiver, I think. Okay, so now we have to do first we have to read the editorial and then we have to do the next set of problems. Okay. Custom of mediums and two indices and range partition. Yeah. Oh wow. Note that this is means that the maximum is attained if you do not apply any operation. The minimum is obtained if you replace all the elements. Yeah, because like a plus b of x will always be lesser than when we separately will always will be lesser than or equal to when we separately divide. Like this is a property we will have to learn. Like even ChatGPT taught us this. Like if a plus b by x will always be lesser than a by x plus b by x. Uh, I just see his graph like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Unless like there is like at least 200 contests he has given. That's just crazy why how many contests he has given. So let's do the third question. You can refresh yourself, sir, and mm, define a long, long, so many words. This is the test case. Condition position at the non-decreasing order of position, non-decreasing order of friction. It's non-decreasing basically increasing. Starting point for the mode empire is equal to 3. Yeah, there is some other definition of the numbers problem used. There exists some other definitions of the medium that this problem used to describe one to n and k, non-decreasing an array of n cross k, divide all numbers into k arrays of size n, such that all numbers size n, such that each number belongs to exactly one array, such that each number belongs to one array. We want the sum of medians of all k arrays to be maximum. We want the sum of medians of all k arrays to be the maximum possible. Array is not decreasing, which is guaranteed. Okay, that's reassuring. Or else we could have just sorted it. It doesn't really matter. Maybe we could have sorted it. And opacity of the solution uh, was basically bigger than yeah. I don't know why, but I'm not able to understand this problem. Well, obviously, every number will belong to one array if we just reshuffle it. Like, yeah, what is sum of all begins with the maximum possible. Basically, it's the same thing. Like, the shortcut key on CTRL, the shortcut key CTRL pressure pressing between fork on Firefox. What's this shortcut key? What's the shortcut key for it? Uh, CTRL shift plus instead of N, it's P. It's the shift. So basically, let's see. We have to make a k size n and k, so we have to make k arrays of n size 2. 0, 20.
There is four-sized array or three arrays of profiles. Why not get four into four for 95 fun get all this maximum. Once it's 92, then it's a hard favorite. That's 92. There can be 82. Well, uh, 10, 15, 21, 10, 10 or 18, 18, 3, 21. The maximum possible sum can be like if like can be 210. So why it has taken like two minimum, like two maximum, right? First one, three. Oh fuck! It's divided by two. It's divisible by yeah. It's divisible by four. Four divided by two is two. I was calculating this whole time to be three. So yo, bhai, yo. Did you give yesterday's Codeforces contest? Possibly you didn't, I guess. Okay. Relax, bro. to be n size. Second square plus n plus 2. Basically, get just to get the seed value. I don't really need. I don't know comments. Because we need to get the gap between median value. I have to swap. Please God, make the swap. Please God, please God, please God, make the swap. Please God, make the swap. Can you make this swap? Uh, I'm not gonna say fuck you, God, but it's not right, God. Median is basically n plus 1 by 2. So 3 by 2, which is 1. So I will weigh median as 1. I is n minus 8 minus 1 minus 1, which is 6, right? If k is equal to 0, break. Okay. Why did this break instantly, bro? K is 4. Why did this break? I just don't understand. How could it break so fast? If जब तक I is greater than equal to 0, right? If k is a break, sum is plus minus. Sum is basically equal to 69. Then I equals to median minus 1. So I is 6, median is 1 minus 1. then the next value is 4, which is 62. So plus 62, k is 4, then k is 3, then 62, then it's uh, 34, 34, and 0. Wait, why is the solution fucking up, bro? I'm not getting where the solution is fucking up. Hmm, k equals, why is output is 0? Middle sum is 0, median is n plus 1 by 2, n by 2. Yes, am I initializing maybe something like this? Mm, mm, Maybe something like this is some issue. I don't think so. Uh, why is this outputting 0 for the first test case? I'm still not able to understand why is this outputting 0 for the first test case. And now I'm looking to whitish, basically one light which was just in front of me is not connected to the inverter and the light has gone. So obviously it has also turned off. That's why I'm looking so whitish. Uh, and the other light is just above me here. So that's why. Like this is the last question that we will be solving today. So just bear with this lighting for a while. And mm, starting for the rock next. Median is one, n minus one, n is. Oh, it's n cross. It's n cross k, n cross k. Okay. I was saying that something was breaking, which I wasn't able to understand. Which shouldn't break. Like that was uh, the answer is getting too much higher. Like for the last two, it's all right. For the first four, it's wrong. But why? How can answer be 276? I minus median minus 1. Median is 1 and 1 minus 1. So basically a gap of, we don't need a gap of 2 inch problem. No, median is 1. I jumps to 6 to 4, 4 to 2 to 0. And like 6 gate is 4, then this was minus. It's taking us on more value, one value more, which it shouldn't take. Uh, Let's just minus k. How can this give a six? Oh, maybe actually, obviously. But still, it should give a sector, bro. I have such weird answers. I mean, I'm still unable to understand why is this not working. Oh wow, no retention in this new condition page. Uh, I is
less than if I is less than 1. No, like it can work if I is less than 0 basically. It's or but there shouldn't be any case. What is this thing? Why? There's 10 limits. So this on the right side to the left after minutes then. So I'm checking from the and I am the for a group of size in the medium is at position in plus 1 by 2. One index. So the number of elements of the median is any what? What fuck? The number of elements after the median is n minus 1 and plus 1 by 2. Ah, hmm, ah, so basically, why is my face breaking? Location is 1, then element after the median, you need 1. Then these need elements must be larger than the median. Find first median, take the first test case into 6. Like the median is after the like 4 by 2. Uh, yeah, so the need is basically 4 minus n by 2. So 4 minus 2, which is 2. There are need equals to 1. Why? 2 n minus plus by 1 by 2. 2 minus 2 plus 1 by 2. 3 minus 1, which is 1. Yeah. So before choosing the first minimum is the largest need element. The median is therefore 69. Most indexes and what if 4 computes and cross k minus median minus 1, which is 6. But I'm taking a zero based index approach, right? If I'm taking 2 elements which belongs with. Okay, median is plus 1 by 2. Ah,
Need simply. Basically, my mother is calling, so I would have to call it a day. I will understand this question after eating dinner. It's currently 10 o'clock in India. So I have to eat dinner and then I will understand this question and we will continue later. So realistically, we did three problems. Our goal was four, but not bad, not bad, not bad. Bad. I will solve this problem. Don't worry. And if I don't, then you can change my name. Bye.